Ladies and gentlemen, I know it might be an obvious point. I know it's a hypothetical standpoint as well. But what we just witnessed yesterday at the NBA All-Star was a quick snippet of what could actually be the greatest backcourt in NBA history. No kidding. Better than the Splash Brothers. I'm taking this backcourt over Luka and Kyrie. I'm taking it above all of them. We only had a quick couple possessions of Devin Booker and Cade Cunningham, but it looked like absolute greatness. It's a snippet of what could be. And we know this to be true. Look at this. Look at the spacing on the floor. There's a couple more possessions, but when you really break down what happened, it was incredible. It was great. Look at this. Look, this could happen every game in the Pistons uniform. Open shots for Devin Booker. Imagine Cade Cunningham running the point guard position, Devin Booker at the shooting guard position, and Jalen Duren at the center position. They both can pass the ball. They both can score the ball. That's an instant championship. I'm not going to say instant championship because of course you would have to make moves, and of course you would have to make, a couple decisions. So it would probably take at least 2-3 years, but it's a guaranteed championship nonetheless. You pair Cade Cunningham with what would be his greatest teammate ever. At the stage that he is in his career, he's a solidified top 3 point guard in the NBA. No debate. He's a solidified top 3 point guard in the NBA. No debate, no discussion about it. You pair him with a guy that, is one of the greatest shooting guards that the league has ever seen in Devin Booker. A solidified top 15 player in the NBA every year consistently, who's ready to go to the championship. And is it even a doubt that Devin Booker would want to come to the Pistons? If he had any team that he would want to go to, it would be the Pistons. Remember, he said he grew up watching the Pistons.
Big follower of the Pistons growing up, obviously. The dynasty teams I watched all of. I actually came to a couple games at the Palace. So, the Pistons are in my childhood, definitely. Pistons are part of my childhood. So growing up watching the team and, just loving the dynasty that they had here and being able to be a part of it, I think I understand the meaning of having Detroit Pistons across my jersey. So, it'd be a great thing for me. And like I said, it's real close to home. A lot of childhood friends close. I have a lot of friends that go to Michigan State. So, I'm sure they love it also. But, I definitely love it.
Remember, his before he even got drafted, his pre-draft interview when he even worked out with the Pistons. Being that his hometown, he reps Detroit everywhere he goes. It's no secret that if he were to be traded, this would be his top team. And we do know that Saturday, January 10th, last month in 2026, marked the 6-month anniversary of Devin Booker signing the contract extension with the Phoenix Suns, which means he is now trade eligible. Not only can he leave the franchise, but he can request a trade. Now, is he going to? No, he's probably for a lifer for the Phoenix Suns. And again, this is a hypothetical video. But he is eligible by trade. I don't know what the Pistons would give away, but I'm trading the whole team. I'm trading what we can. Ron Holland, you're gone. If we have to go all the way, hey, Phoenix Suns, if you want a great shooter, a great basketball player, a great ball handler in Kevin Huerter, we can also sell him to you as well. Duncan Robinson, I'm telling you, the whole team, we can rebuild from scratch. 2-3 years, it's the time to make a move. If you're the Pistons, you're the number 1 seed right now. And I understand you might not want to mess up the chemistry, but this team, we already know with the Pistons, it's not a championship contending team. With them even being the 1st seed in the East, they're not. They're not championship contenders. They're losing to the Wizards. They look off. They're struggling against the Hornets. Can they win a championship this year? It's not guaranteed. It's not guaranteed. You know what is guaranteed? A duo that we know would work of a shooting guard, one of the best shooting guards in the NBA, Devin Booker, and one of the best point guards in the NBA, Cade Cunningham. If it even came to the point where they would have to give up Jalen Duren to acquire Devin Booker, I'm giving him up. Of course, he's a great center, but if they even do get to a point where this hypothetical trade gets to a point where it's like serious, and the only way that the Suns would agree to the trade is if Jalen Duren's included in the package, send him over, man. Because I know a duo of Devin Booker and Cade Cunningham, they could have Clint Capella at the center. That's still a championship duo. That's still a championship team. That's still a championship contending team. Of course, Jalen Duren, he's so young and he can still develop, but I mean, is he going to develop into and he's an all-star as well. That's why you can sell high on him. And of course, I'm only saying this with the contention of if it is for Devin Booker. Who would the Pistons rather have? Who would the Pistons likely win a championship with? A duo of Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren, or a duo of Devin Booker and Cade Cunningham? I'll take the second option over the first option. I will. Cade Cunningham still young. Devin Booker still young. Pair them up for the next how many years? That's at least 1-2 championships without a doubt in my mind. By the way, this was also why I was so against the Jalen Duren trade in the first place. Because Jalen Duren, let's just accept it, it's not like he was playing absolutely terrible. Let's just say a trade was to happen. You traded him for Kevin Huerter and Dario Saric. You waived Dario Saric, and then you got a sorry-ass player like Kevin Huerter who's still playing. Jaden Ivey's super young. You can use that in a trade for Devin Booker if that trade were to happen. So he's still a young player. You could use him as an asset if you were to try to trade Devin Huerter. You think the Phoenix Suns are valuing Kevin Huerter at any capacity whatsoever? Never. It doesn't matter if Kevin Huerter was 19, 20. He's still a bad player. Nobody's concerned about him, but Jaden Ivey at least has potential, so you could still package him, Ron Holland, Tobias Harris, some picks, and a trade hypothetically for Devin Booker, and that would be a better package. That's also why I was so against the Jaden Ivey trade in the first place.